Hey, what's happening? It's Justin Love. And, I've always told you that my friends are cooler than your friends. And I have proof today because with me, I have one of the stars of the Broadway musical Hamilton, currently on tour, currently downtown at the Ohio Theater. I have Carey Channing. Carey, how you doing?
Hi, Justin. I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Man, thank you so much for being here. Now, I know you're not from Columbus, and if I remember correctly, you're from Miami. Is that right?
Yes, well, I live there now. We'll go with
Okay.
that.
Okay, so I have to ask you, I know you've traveled a lot. Compare the weather in October to the weather in the 305 in October.
Well, we're going down to Florida next week. Our next stop is Orlando. So I
Uh,
think we overstayed by a week because it got really cold and none of us have proper coats. So
oh
it's
gosh.
definitely
Oh.
testing us.
Wow. So now we of course here in Columbus are just getting familiar with you, Carey, and a lot of times what I do when I like to when I meet new people, I as a journalist like to be well informed, and I do what anybody does is I go to Google, right? And of course, one of the first things you see on Google, if it's possible, is that Wikipedia. It's always at the top. We learned all about you, blah blah blah. So, Carey, since we're just now getting familiar with you, if you could write your own Wikipedia. Who is Carey Channing?
Yeah, I don't even think I have a Wikipedia. Well, I'm a dancer through and through.
Uh-huh.
That's my heart and soul. I've been dancing since I could walk.
Very
But on
cool.
the other side of the coin, I love just being a regular person. I'm a wife, I'm a daughter, I love my friends
Yeah.
and family. So it's nice to have that work-life balance as well.
No, I love that. And if I understand correctly, is that literally or figuratively you were dancing before you were walking? Or are you old enough to remember?
You know, I think we were figuring our legs out at the same time. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
obsessed with dance. Sesame Street, there was a tapper named Savion Glover, and they
Hmm.
tapped on Sesame Street, and it was game over. Like I was in
Yeah.
dance lessons ASAP. I was driving my parents crazy, and I've just been laser focused and had a passion for it since
So
the
tap
beginning.
dancing was your first passion.
Well, when you're three, you pretty much have to go into a combo class of tap and ballet. And,
Okay.
I
Okay.
feel really grateful that over the years I've been exposed to all styles of dance, jazz, hip hop, ballet, tap, everything. And,
Hmm.
I think that's really helped me land this job because the show really does require a wide range of dance abilities.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. My wife and I we saw the opening night just a few weeks ago here at the Ohio Theater downtown, and it's amazing. It really is. Now, but this fast forward to this Sunday, October 23rd, 9 to 11 a.m. It's the Hip Hop Masterclass at Swerve Dance and Fitness Complex. That's on the north side of Columbus in Worthington. Carey, tell us exactly what we can expect from you and learning dance from you, especially for those who are familiar with dance, but we're just learning. We're a novice, if you will.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, we're going to wake up right away at 9 a.m., get our
Yeah,
bodies
that's
warm.
early.
We want to be safe. It's just like any other sport, you need to
Hmm.
warm up. So we're going to
Hmm.
get the blood flowing. I
Hmm.
also think it's amazing that anyone of any dance ability can show up because that's the beauty of musical theater. We're storytelling first and foremost.
Mm,
So
okay.
we're telling a story through our movement. And I know it might seem intimidating to learn a Hamilton dance, and there is a lot of complexity there, but
Hmm.
the core essence is telling a story. So I'm not going to share
Okay.
which number it is, but I'm going to bring a number and teach it. And, when you have the intention behind what the movement is, you don't have to be technical. You just know
Okay.
how you're supposed to execute it and the feeling behind it. So no one
Okay.
should be intimidated to give it a shot. If this is something, ooh, maybe I just snuck a hint in there. But if this is something that
Well played.
you,
Well played.
if it piques your curiosity, please come out. Dance is fun. It's supposed to be fun. It's not going to be stressful, and we're just going to have a really good time.
Absolutely. And I can tell you, Carey, from personal experience, I've been to the venue you're going to be at, Swerve Dance and Fitness Complex. Super cool venue. The lighting's cool. The audio is really cool. All the instructors are super dope. So if I understand you correctly, what you're saying is when you learn those basics, those ABCs, it takes you from a place of, like you said, intimidation to a place of fun. Because I've always seen, and we see all kinds of dance, especially with TikTok being what it is today. We see all kinds of dance out there, and I'm not gonna lie. I look at some of these dances, not it blows my mind to even think like it looks like there's 20 steps in 2 seconds. And I mean, when we saw Hamilton, same thing. And when I found out you were gonna be teaching this class, I thought this to me sounds like something that would take weeks, months to understand. But if I'm understanding correctly, you're going to condense that into something where we can get at least a taste of, being in Hamilton ourselves in just a couple of hours.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it does take weeks to learn the movement and years to have dance technique. However, we'll give ourselves some grace. And honestly, it's just about fun and experience. And it's not going to be perfect. We're not putting it on a stage. It's not being performed for anyone. So this is how you start. You have to start at square one. And I've made plenty of mistakes, both in rehearsal and on stage joining the company. So you got to start somewhere. And I think Swerve Fitness is a great place to start personally.
No, I love that. I love that. Yeah, I think that also is, and I can speak this from a male perspective. We a lot of times like to be dudes. We like to be too cool to move our hips, and that kind of thing. And I'll be honest with you, my wife always tells me, "Baby, just move your hips just a little bit," And I gotta, flex my muscles and all that kind of thing. But what she's taught me is, like you said, to have fun and to relax and allow the art that is dance to give you a place of happiness. You know what I mean? A place where you don't take yourself too seriously, a place where you're able to, let your hair down, if you will, and, just enjoy yourself. So I love that.
You actually brought something up that's great. You mentioned being a dude and some of the thoughts behind dancing dudes. This show is primarily males. So any guys out there listening or interested, like there are some big, strong guys lifting people and furniture and doing this movement. So it's not just for one type of person.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. I saw many furniture getting moved so eloquently, spinning and all this stuff at the same time. And I said, wow, that guy, his obliques must be super burning or on point right now, because I don't know how he lifted that and twirled at the same time. Tell me, if you would, what's the, we know from a male perspective what the hindrance is, or the hurdle, if you will, is. What do you think is the what stops someone from learning dance, coming out? So they say, I don't know how to dance, or I'm not that good, or something like that. She's a professional, how am I gonna, comparison type of thing. What do you say to someone who says, I don't know how to dance, why should I come?
I think we're all our worst biggest critic and worst what's the phrase? I'm blanking on the phrase, but I think we always get in our own way. And so it's really just taking the first steps. And I might be really good at dance, but I'm definitely really bad at plenty of other things. So we all have our own talents. And as I mentioned before, especially on Sunday, my class is judge free. And I think you can learn a lot from stepping out of your comfort zone.
How would you differentiate what you teach compared to other types of dance fitness, like a Zumba or something similar to that?
Well, this particular class is going to be Hamilton focused, so it's not going to be my own personal choreography. But as opposed to other dance fitness classes that I've experienced, there's a lot of repetition and it's a lot of cardio, so it's has that fitness aspect. But this is going to be more of like what a dance class would be, where we learn more choreography, not as much repetition, but I will take it nice and slow, as I mentioned before. Putting ideas behind it, like you're holding a gun instead of just, put your arms up, things like that. So that it has that pedestrian feel. And then there is that performative aspect where we'll go in groups, and whoever feels comfortable, no solos, not Sunday, but just to have that feeling of your peers and your classmates watching and cheering on, and going back and forth to have that camaraderie.
It's a group effort.
Absolutely. That's my favorite part of a dance class, the energy of everyone coming together.
It's a buddy system.
There you go. Yeah, bring your friend, honestly. If you're a little shy, call up your friend.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Carey, I'm a DJ, and I can't tell you how many times we will play something like Cupid Shuffle or Cha Cha Slide or The Wobble or one of those songs. And, there's nobody on the dance floor. Then it's packed because of the comforts of the buddy system, a friend being with you. So
yeah, I agree. Yeah, well, I can't wait to see who shows out on Sunday. Again, it's bright and early, but we have 2 shows that day, so no one has an excuse. We're gonna warm up and start the Sunday off right, and then I'm really looking forward to it.
That sounds awesome. Again, it's this Sunday morning, October 23rd, 9 to 11 a.m., Swerve Dance and Fitness Complex. The address is 640 Lakeview Plaza Boulevard, Suite A in Worthington. The website, swervehiphopfitness.com. It's right there on the homepage. You can click the class packages at the top, or scroll down and click class packages. Right there on the left-hand side, you'll see Carey's face. Just click right there. Also, a phone number I have, area code 419-559-3400. Carey, this has been awesome. Pleasure to meet you. Before I let you go, how do we connect with you? How do we tap in with you personally?
I mean, it's 2022. I got Instagram at Carey Channing, Carey Channing. And I try to keep my page up to date. So I'd love to connect with anyone there.
Perfect. One last question before I let you go. Now that we have all the details out of the way, every time I meet a friend, every time I meet someone new, every time I'm on the air, I like to do something where I try and, if I never meet this person again, I want to make their life better. And it's one piece of advice. I call it my love note. Carey, what's your love note?
Dang, you're really putting me on the spot there. I guess, so I had a rehearsal today, and the piece of advice that I kept repeating in my head is just the power of positivity. Sometimes things can be frustrating with yourself or with other people, and just reframing in your head and keeping things in a positive way can really affect you and others.
Keep it positive, keep it moving.
Yeah. What you said.
Carey, thanks so much for your time.
Absolutely. Thank you.